You've got 89.5 KQAL-FM Winona.
Katie left me and you to ride. She's complicated, left me and you to ride. My baby complicated, left me and you to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Man, my baby long, great gosh almighty, my baby tall. You know my baby long, great gosh almighty, my baby tall. And my baby she long, my baby she tall. You sleep with her, help me catch her, and I'll beat out in the hall. Rest about her, the hard-headed woman of mine. I love my baby, she's so fine. Wish she'd come and see me sometime. She don't believe I love her, but I hold on young. She'll believe all the same. She'll look what shame on me on.
Hello, and welcome to
Silly Sunday with your hosts,
Brian Betsworth
and Doug Dale.
This week we have a tribute to the late, great John Belushi, whose untimely death left all of us in a state of gloom for a week. Well, we here at Silly Sunday still have not recovered from the shock.
And so, With a little help from my brother Joe, we have put together some of the best moments of John Belushi's career in records, TV, and film. Take it away, John.
Food fight!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Universal Amphitheater. Well, here it is, the late 1970s, going on 1985. You know, so much of the music we hear today is pre-programmed electronic disco. We never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft anymore. By the year 2006, the music known today as the blues will exist only in the classical records department of your local public library. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we still can, let us welcome from Rock Island, Illinois, the blues players are Shelly and Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers. Went falling the other night, started drinking and got real tight. I blew each and all my friends, felt so good I had to blow again. I said, hey, bartender, hey man, look here. It's all one, two, three, four nights of beer. Well, I saw a chick sitting on the end. I said, "Baby, can't we be friends? You look as sweet as you can be. Well, come on down and drink with me." I said, "Hey, bartender, hey man, look here." Draw one, draw two, draw three, four, five, six. Elwood! It was 4:30. Hey, bartender, hey man, look here. Draw one, draw two, draw three, four, nights of beer. Well, jukebox playing and everything. All the cats began to sing. I heard somebody call, said, last round for alcohol. Hey, bartender, hey
streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling real hard. Rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good fiddles, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Keep moving, 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 though they're deceptive, keep them doggies moving rawhide. Don't try to understand them, just rope, throw, and brand them. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's calculating, my true love will be waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Rolling, 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 rolling,
John Belushi was born January 24th, 1949. He is 100% Albanian, which he refuses to discuss.
That's right.
He seemed to have been a nightmare to his old school teachers. In the 6th grade, they demoted him to the 2nd grade to sober him out of his antics. Also, in the 6th grade, his gym teacher announced in front of his class that he was the worst of her 400 students and kicked him in the balls.
They crushed the spirit out of me by the time I left.
Attending Wheaton, Illinois Central High School, he acquired the nickname Wrestling Shoes from his cousins. Belushi expended most of his energies playing drums in rock bands, acting in school shows, and being captain of the football team.
I must have been the laziest captain they ever had. I was kicked off the team every year for loafing. But I never missed a practice. It was a very valuable experience. After 2-a-day practices at the end of the summer, you feel there's nothing you can't do. I probably wouldn't have made it in New York if it hadn't been for that. As the coach used to say, no pain, no gain.
After graduation in 1967, Belushi took a year to break out of the Wheaton mold. Bored by acting in summer stock and bored by a brief attempt at college, he moved to Chicago and opened the Universal Life Church Coffee House near the university with 2 friends. For three years, they put on their own comedy productions. Moo Tea, they serving the mostly student audience, Moo Tea, Kool-Aid, and passing around a jug of wine.
They were mostly tripping anyway. Our subject matter was sex, drugs, and violence.
Dan Fogelberg was their opening act, for which they paid him $7. The coffee house experience won Belushi a gig with the Second City, the improvisational troupe that has served as a sort of college for comedians over the years. Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Gilda Radner are also graduates of Second City. This led to auditions for Saturday Night Live. He and Aykroyd were the last hired for the cast. Aykroyd because of reputation for not showing up at gigs, and Belushi because...
I had a big chip on my shoulder. I thought all television was shit, and I let Lorne Michaels know it. My own set at home was often covered with spit. The only reason I wanted to be on it was because Michael O'Donoghue was writing, and it had a chance to be good.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
NBC Saturday Night. Starring the novelist for primetime players, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Chevy Chase, James Burton, Garrett Morris, Lorraine Newman, Gilda Radner. Ladies and gentlemen, Dueling Brandos.
I could have been a contender. I could have been somewhere instead of a bum, which is where I am. Let's face it, Charlie. I could have been Senator Corleone, Governor Corleone. There wasn't enough time, Michael. She looked at me as if I was a bug. Don't you remember that night in the garden when he came down to my dressing room and you said, "Kid, it ain't your night. We're going for the money on Wilson." You remember? Not my night. What are you two, a couple of queens? Hail high Caesar. When will come another?
And now, Weekend Update with Chevy Chase.
Last week we made the comment that March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Now here to reply is our chief meteorologist, John Belushi, with a seasonal report.
Thank you, Chevy. Well, another winter is almost over, and March, true to form, has come in like a lion and hopefully will go out like a lamb. At least that's how March works here in the United States. But did you know that March behaves differently in other countries? Norway, for example, March comes in like a polar bear and goes out like a walrus. Or take the case of Honduras, where March comes in like a lamb and goes out like a salt marsh harvest mouse. Let us compare this to the Maldive Islands, where March comes in like a wildebeest and goes out like an ant. A tiny little ant about this big. Or consider the Republic of South Africa, where March comes in like a lion and goes out like a different lion. Like one has a mane and one doesn't have a mane. Or in certain parts of South America, where March swims in like a sea otter, then it slithers out like a giant anaconda. There you can buy land real cheap, you know. And there's a country where March hops in like a kangaroo and stays a kangaroo for a while, and then it becomes a slightly smaller kangaroo. Then for a couple days it's sort of a cross between a frilled lizard and a common house cat. Wait. Then it changes back into a smaller kangaroo, and then it goes out like a wild dingo. And it's not Australia. Now you'd think it would be Australia, but it's not. Now look, pal! I know a country where March comes in like an emu and goes out like a tapir, and they don't even know what it means. All right? Now listen, there are 9 different countries where March comes in like a frog and goes out like a golden retriever. That's not the weird part. No, the weird part is... Dog vomit, monkey pus. We offer you a choice of 2 of the most repulsive brand names of jams you've ever heard of. With names like these, this stuff has got to be terrific. We're talking fabulous jam here.
Mangled baby ducks. That's right. Mangled baby ducks. Picture a jam so good that you dare to call it mangled baby ducks. Great jam. It's beautiful jam. It's
10,000 nuns and orphans.
10,000 nuns and orphans? What's so bad about that?
They were all eaten by rats. Oh, it's so good. Hold it, everyone. Your attention, please. I have here a jam called... Oh, God, are you in? Oh, that's so good. It's sick-making.
Oh, that's got to be grape jam.
So if it's grape jam you're after, try this one. The brand's so disgusting you can't say it on television. Ask for it by name.
Next we have something very special for you, It's a rare interview of John Belushi being interviewed by Harold Ramis, one of the writers of Animal House. My little brother Joe sent it up to me in the mail. He's great.
I'm Harold Ramis, one of the writers of National Lampoon's Animal House. I had the great pleasure of writing the film with Chris Miller and Doug Kenny, two of the distinguished authors that have contributed to the Lampoon's success over the years. And I'm here with one of the stars of Animal House, perhaps one of the fastest rising comedy talents in the United States, Mr. John Belushi. John, welcome.
Thank you, Harold. It's good to be here, and it's good to talk to you.
John, I suppose working in a college film probably stirred up some fond memories of your own collegiate career. Is that pretty much the case?
Not really, Harold. I always hated school and college and fraternities. But I ended up doing this movie. I did it for the money.
Excuse me, sir, is this the Delta House? Sure. Come on in. She went
tell me, how long did it take you to write Animal House?
Animal House was over 2.5 years in the writing.
So you spent a lot of time on it.
Yes.
So you got a lot of money for it, didn't you, Harold?
No, we didn't, John.
You did. I heard you got a lot.
Nope.
Come on. Give me $20.
Let me ask you a serious question, John.
All right, let's get real serious.
All right, let me ask you a serious question. What was your favorite moment in the shooting of Animal House?
The rap party, when we finished it.
Really?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
And you, John, on Animal House, you were described as a perfect dream to work with. You were described as, I think, drug-crazed, animalistic, cruel.
All of those things. I'm a very complex person.
I gave my love a chicken that had no bones. I gave my love a story that had no end. I give...
Sorry.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a slide rule is for. But I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. Now, I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. For maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love from me. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. La ta 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 ta. History. Biology. Well, la ta 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 ta. French I took. Yeah, but I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
They said, John, you requested a limousine to drive you around the location itself, like if there was 15 feet between camera setup and the stage, that you were driven in a car?
Yes, I was
And
driven.
physically carried from the car to the camera position?
I don't think that's asking too much for an actor. I think I agree with Sylvester Stallone. When you're on location, you have to be taken care of. An actor has to be pampered a little bit. I mean, he's under a lot of pressure.
John, I understand you've done 2 more films during the last year.
Yeah. Getting Gracie Graduated was one. And the other one was I Won't Be Twisting This Christmas because her boyfriend's back in town.
Now, I won't be twisting, or just twisting as it's called in the trades now.
Twisting. It's
Twisting,
Twisting.
yes.
It's a youth movie.
Uh-huh.
You know.
And you're playing Chubby Checker, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you've worked with some pretty big stars, I guess, over the past year, actually the past couple of years, because of your connection with Saturday Night.
Yeah. I'll be working with Baryshnikov in a ballet movie. You know, I'll be his pal.
you know. Ballet buddies, it's called?
Ballet buddies, and we are like, you know, two guys who like try to pick up girls and stuff, and then have to practice 8 hours a day and things like that. And it's a fun thing for me because I don't know anything about dancing, and he can't speak English, so it's gonna be interesting.
Another interesting thing I heard about this movie is that instead of you, say, losing a lot of weight to play a ballet dancer, that Baryshnikov is going to gain 60 pounds?
The guy's much too thin, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I mean, he's small, this little guy, but he can jump. This guy can jump. I've never seen it. He'll jump up in the air like 5 feet, and then he'll go in another direction and land somewhere else, like 10 feet away.
He does this at parties a lot, I understand.
Yeah.
War's over, man. Wormer dropped a big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
And it ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the toughs get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on! I suggest you buy as many blues albums as you can. Coming to ya on a dusty road. Good loving, I've got a truckload. And when you get it, you got something
And welcome to the United States of America. And indeed, we have congregated here at this time to celebrate a most treasured wellspring of contemporary music. It is the sound which historians in the far future might catalog under 20th century breed-like emitting diode euphoric. But today the sound lives, and tonight assembled exclusively for your entertainment pleasure from the music capitals of this continent. This is the hard-working all-star show band of Julius Jake and Elwood Blues. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Blues Brothers.
And let me give you some good advice. What I'm gonna ask you now, you better think about it twice. Well, your life seems a whole lot. There is something I never think of, and that is who's making love to your old lady while you are out making love. Who's making love to your old lady while you are out making love?
After Animal House, Belushi moved on to work with Steven Spielberg, the writer-director of Jaws and Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
He and Dan Aykroyd were recruited from Saturday Night Live to star in their first feature blockbuster together, 1941.
Are you the pilot of that plane?
Yes, sir. Captain Wild Bill Kelso, United States Army Air Corps, sir. And I'm proud to report that I'm the first American to shoot down a Jap plane over the continental United States.
You shot down a Jap plane?
Yes, sir. A Mitsubishi Zero, sir. Got back some of that scrap metal we sold them, sir. Blew the living hell out of them right into the Stone Age.
Sure, we just got a report that a plane went down in the La Brea tar pits.
Tim, that's gotta be the one. I told you I shot it down.
Is that a Jap plane, Sergeant? They don't know, sir.
Of course it was a Jap plane. You don't think I'd shoot down one of our own, do you?
I'm not so sure.
Well, the plane's not important, sir. What's important is the submarine. The sub.
Submarine? Shot down a Jap sub, too.
Oh, sir. I could have, though. I had it in my sights. I had that bastard red where I wanted it. And I caught it in the radiator. He's still out there!
What about that plane? There must be a pilot. That is the craziest son of a bitch I ever saw. How many more like him do you think are up there?
Oh, look, a baby wolf. Wait. Fill her up. That's it. Wait!
Just a case of war nerves. 2 squadrons of Japanese Zeros.
Japs tried to bomb San Francisco last night. 2 squadrons of Jap Zeros. I've been tracking them ever since. Lost them somewhere over Fresno.
Radio, that's not true about San Francisco. It was just a case of war nerves.
War nerves? Who said war nerves?
I heard it on that radio.
Radio's wrong. It's the only word to describe it. This isn't the state of California. This is a state of insanity.
Wild Bill Kelso. And don't you forget
it. 1941. What a blockbuster extravaganza that was. Well, during an interview in Chicago after the release of 1941, Belushi outlined his plans for the future. What he said was,
I want to do different things all the time. I want to do different films. I want to do big musical comedies with lots of car crashes. More car crashes than anybody has ever seen.
well, you certainly did that, John. Boy, the Blues Brothers, more car crashes than I've ever seen.
I want to do a romantic comedy that nobody thought I could do.
Well, you did that too with Continental Divide. That was very good.
And then do a comedy with Dan Aykroyd that is totally different from the Blues Brothers.
Well, I guess by that you mean Neighbors? Neighbors, that was certainly different from the Blues Brothers. Well, with that, we'd like to end the show this week with what we feel is his greatest achievement. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd in The Blues Brothers. As soon as Doug turns the tape over, wrong side, Doug. Coming up? Okay.
Left me a mule to ride. She complicated and left me a mule to ride. My baby complicated, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine.
What's this? What? This car. This stupid car. Where's the Cadillac? The caddy. Where's the caddy? The what? The Cadillac we used to have. The Bluesmobile. I traded it. Traded the Bluesmobile for this? No, for a microphone. A microphone? Okay, I can see that. What the hell is this? This was a bargain. I picked it up at the Mount Prospect City Police auction last spring. It's an old Mount Prospect police car. They were practically giving them away.
Well, thank you, pal. The day I get out of prison, my own brother picks me up in a police car.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it. You complicated and left me a mule to ride. She complicated, left me a mule to ride.
Car's got a lot of pickup. It's got a cop motor, a 440 cubic inch plant. It's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop shocks. It was a model made before catalytic converters, so it'll run good on regular gas. What do you say? Is it the new Bluesmobile or what? Fix a cigarette lighter.
back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Howdy, hey, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place, a sweet home, Chicago. Well, what I want is 2, 6 and 2 is 8. Come on, baby, don't you make me late. Hey, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Oh, come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old way, sweet home, Chicago. Look there, brother, baby, and I'll see what I seen. Hey, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago? Oh, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Baby, the jailhouse rock. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody on the old set up. Let's dance to the jailhouse rock. Let's rock. Alone. The woman said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. Can't find a partner, use a wood. Yeah, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody on the whole set rock. They were dancing to the jailhouse 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 rock. Everybody on the whole set rock.
Is a P.I.G. pig.
See if you can guess what I am now. I'm a zit. Get it?
Well, that's it for our show this week.
We're your hosts,
Brian Betsworth
and Doug Dale.
And we'd just like to extend our special thanks to John Belushi. You sure made us laugh, John.
We wouldn't have had a show without you.
Nope.
So until next week,
remember
stay silly.
KQAL-FM, Winona, the music alternative.
I promised Elwood he could do a song. Elwood, you want to do a song?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a song by the Chips.
1, 2, 3.
Here, right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. I, right ahead, on the head of it. How, right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. I, right ahead, on the head of it. Right ahead, on the head of it. There, right ahead, on the head of it. Where, right ahead, on the head of it.
Do that again.
Bow, bow, bow. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. Yeah, right ahead, on the head of it. There, right ahead, on the head of it. I, right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. Right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. There, right ahead, on the head of it. I, right ahead, on the head of it. Have you ever heard of a wish sandwich? A wish sandwich is the kind of a sandwich where you have 2 slices of bread and you wish you had some meat. Bow, bow, bow. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. There, right ahead, on the head of it. Now, right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. Here, right ahead, on the head of it. Right ahead, on the head of it. The other day I had a ricochet biscuit. A ricochet biscuit is the kind of a biscuit that's supposed to bounce back off the wall into your mouth. If it don't bounce back, you go hungry. Bow, bow, bow. The other day, I had a cool water sandwich and a Sunday go to meeting bun. Bow, bow, bow. What do you want for nothing? Rubber biscuit? Bow, bow.
Thank you so much. The previous tune we featured our baritone sax, Mr. Senegal, Edgar Senegal. How about it for him? Thank you. We also featured our trombonist, Mr. Sherrod, Steve Sherrod. How about it for him? Thank you. Thank you so much. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to really tell you a little story now. Some of you might have read where we just came back from the Soviet Union. We was over there for a month for the State Department on a cultural exchange program over there. I'd like to tell you that the Soviet Union will never be the same. We left them a lot of blues over there. I think they already had a few, you know. But anyway, when I got back, I found that we had a lot of mail. And a lot of the mail was from ladies. And the ladies wanted to know, why is it that I always sing about ladies? Well, ladies, I want you to know that I've been around the world several times. And I've not found anything better on this planet to sing about than ladies. You see, I happen to think, ladies, that you're one of the Creator's greatest creations. Of course, I think that we are the Creator's gift to you. In so many words, I'm trying to say that any song that I sing, ladies, you can sing in reverse. If you don't think your old man will get the message when I say something that you want him to know, just point at it. I bet you he'll smile. I tried to figure out how ladies' problems might start. I know how it is with us fellas. You see, our problems start when we get here. Because you see, most fellas are jealous from birth. But ladies don't think it's ladylike to really just come on out and say, hey, that's mine, leave it alone, you know. But we fellas, we don't mind saying it. We'll say it in a hurry. So this is what I came up with. I said, now, let's assume that a lady have one of those real flirty girlfriends. One of those girlfriends that just flirt with all of the fellas. And you can't ever get even with her because she don't ever have anybody with her that you'd like to flirt with. Now this flirty lady invites herself by to spend the weekend with you. You really don't want her there. but you don't want to be rude and tell her to go home. But your boss have told you either you come to work Saturday or don't you come back Monday. And you don't really want to leave this lady home with your old man, you know. Because your old man is one of those fellas that don't mind being flirted with. So you tell this lady about all these friends she should meet while you're at work. And then you tell her about this beauty shop not far that specializes in ladies that look like she do. And finally she get the hint. And as you get ready to leave your house, you look at your old man. And that look you give him tells him everything I'm about to say in this song. Then you look at him again and it says, I don't want a soul, baby, hanging around my house when I'm not at home. I said I don't want a soul, baby, hanging around my house when I'm not at home. I don't want you to answer the door for nobody, baby. Oh, when you're home and you know you all alone. Like I said, us fellas, our problems start a lot of time with brother-in-laws, especially the kind that don't work, you know. Or you might have one of those sister-in-laws that don't ever meddle in anybody's business but yours. And a lot of times we're kind of funny. We don't tell our ladies everything we'd like to tell them about the in-laws. There's a reason for it. One of the things we'd like to have breakfast next morning, and a lot of us don't like sleeping by ourselves. But if we could say what we wanted to, a lot of us would say it this way. I don't want your sister coming by because the girl, she talk too much. If she just has to come by to see us, tell her to meet us Sunday down at the church. I don't want to go, baby, hanging around my house when I'm not at home. I don't want you to answer the door for nobody, baby. Oh, when you're home and you know you all alone, you might feel a little sick, baby, and you know you're home all alone. I don't want the doctor at my house, so you just suffer till I get home. I don't want to know, baby, hanging around now when I'm not at home. I don't want you to answer the door for nobody, baby. Oh, when you're home and you know you're all alone. Now that's too jealous. That's what I call crazy jealous. And if you be too jealous, yours will leave you. I know the will. I lost two like that. And when your lady leave you, your dog don't like you no more. Before my lady left, I used to come home in the evening. My dog would meet me wagging his tail and licking my hand. But when my lady left, when I'd show up, my dog would show me his teeth. that means don't come in. A lot of times ladies play tricks on you when they leave you. Like going to your favorite bar when they think you're gonna be there. Or showing up at your friend's place when they know you're there. And I don't know how they do it, but somehow they can always find the fellow that you dislike most to bring with them. And if she don't drink, when you get there, she'll have 2 or 3 good ones. If she don't smoke, she'll smoke 4 or 5 different kinds of cigarettes. That kind too. And then if you don't say anything to her, she'll come up to you and say funny little things like, "Oh, baby, you don't know your good thing now. Oh, baby. Baby, you don't know your good thing now. The way I used to love you, baby. Baby, that's the way I hate you now." Now that can hurt a fella. That can start you looking for the nearest river to jump in. Or it can start you looking for the nearest interstate to get hit by the first truck coming by. But then you think about it. Get hit by a truck, you just may not see no more pretty ladies. So then you clear your mind and you start walking home. You've been told that if you see a beautiful lady and you tell her that you really need her, you know, that she'll have mercy on you, you know what I mean. So now you notice there's a beautiful lady walking ahead of you. So you get in a hurry. You figure if you catch and tell her your story, you just might get a break. So when you get real close to her, you start looking real pitiful at her, you know. You're looking like a dog that's begging for that last bone. You've been holding out on him, you know. When you notice that you're getting her attention, this is what you tell her. "Baby, honey, I need love so bad. Oh, honey, I need love so bad, so bad. Seemed like when I lost my baby, I lost every friend I had. You notice the lady smiling. So you think you got something going for you. So you're getting ready to tell her some more. But then here comes this car. The car gets closer and closer. Finally it catches up with the lady and it stops. Then the fellow opened the door to his rabbit. And the lady steps in. Now you really hurt. The next song come to mind sound like this. Nobody loves me but my mother, and she could be jiving too. Oh, nobody loves me but my mother, and she could be jiving too.
while when I'm laying down. Every time I stop to see this woman, he's in a corner while I'm laying down. Yeah, you know he's too big to be a house cat, and he's too small to be alive. There's something wrong. From wall to wall. Yeah, I stopped by my honey's house. He started jumping from wall to wall. Hey, roll across out at me. Sit back in the corner, boy, and lick his paw. I'm mad at this cat, boy.
Muddy Waters here on KQAL. Just before that was B.B. King with his blues medley. Real heavy-duty blues set there. Why don't we just continue in the blues mood, and we'll let J.J. Johnson take us on up to news time.